Hello, hello, hello. Um, what should we track in our trading? I think that's a good question to ask. Um, and I'd like to think I have an answer. Um, and in short and sweet, this is the answer. What you should track in trading in your trading journal. Um, Symbol, direction, a description of the trade, how far the trade goes in your direction, with or without you in it. Um, how much you risked on that trade, and how much you should be risking on that trade. And that's it. That's it. Boom. It actually is short and sweet. That's all you need. Um, the biggest item that on that list, in my opinion, is furthest. Furthest is how far the trade goes in your direction, with or without you in it. All right. So let's say you have a zone trade that you go long on. Say you go long, and it goes 2-1, 3-1. Boom, you hit your target at 3-1. Hell of a trade. You got a 3-1 on it. It keeps on going. 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, and turns down, and then ends up breaking the trade. Stop, like the stop loss would have been hit after that. But you're already out at 3-1. You're done with that trade. However, you don't just mark down 3-1 on your trading journal. You mark down 7-1. You have a 3-1 as where you got out, but a 7-1 is the furthest it went. So 7-1 should be marked down there. Now, when you go back and see like how far do these actually go, that's where you actually start seeing how far these things actually can go and start stretching your target a little bit. Yeah. If you want, this is what I have. I have my own trading language though, so that's definitely a bit of a learning curve here. But description is the description of the trade. This just mean this means 3-minute holding split period, which period means the description of whatever is in front of the period. It's not a separator. Period is a modifier. And now I list the traits that are attributed to the 3-minute holding split. Okay, it's kind of like a programming language in that way. But anyways, it's protecting free space of 3, highest level. Mid more, which is middle of the range, is MOR, middle of the range, and then mid is about mid on the curve, in the middle. Recency of 2-1, that's fairly recent because it goes to 5, and it's just more centered on 1-2 or 2-1. 2-1 means it's more closely aligned to 2 than it is to 1. So it's kind of, I give that buffer. I give the 2 digits so I can have it a buffer. It doesn't have to be recency of 1. It can be probably 2-1. That's how I do it. Magnitude 2-1 as well. So fairly close. The X score is 1.75. That just means 1.75 means it's gone 1.75 and then it comes back to the zone. That means before you make entry, how it's a rally or something, base rally, but how far does it rally before it comes back and makes your entry into the zone? This is my X score. It's called X 1.75. So it went 1.75 times the zone and it came back. So yeah. Furthest it went, that trade went 0. Oh, pivot in the zone is a big one too. Pivot in the zone is just pivot in the zone. It's called PIZ. That's what I call it. It just means quite literally pivot in the zone. So if it's a zone trade, how far does it go into the zone before turning and going and hitting your target or something, you know? And if it goes straight through your zone, I just do an NA, not applicable. But oftentimes it does go 75% into the zone, almost at your stop. But then it turns around and it goes to your target, you know? That's all. That's it. That's what I'd trade. And that's what I would track in the trading journal. And then I would also keep results of your profit loss. I would show your profit loss. And then you can toy with it and see like which setups would have more profit loss, or if I risk the proper amount, would I have a profitable strategy instead of risking more on certain trades, less on the others. If I just had flat, would you be profitable? Those are all things you can figure out if you have all that data. So I think that's the data that I would track in trading. So, yep. Peace.